Ripple's founder and CEO has said that XRP will be worth more than Bitcoin, adding that more than $654 trillion will be added to the XRP system in just a few weeks also makes this point clear. At the same time that these things happen, Forbes says that the price of XRP will be around $60,000. This has been talked about before. One Forbes story says that the $33.7 trillion shock will be good for XRP and cause its price to skyrocket. It's about XRP and how the falling value of the US dollar will speed up the adding of $33. $7 trillion to the record for XRP in the next few weeks. This is very important since it means that XRP is being used by state banks. Take a look at this study from 2023. It shows that between April 4th and April 20th, 2023, 19 central banks bought XRP worth more than 9.4 billion euros. Just think about how much this number has grown in the past few months. Some of these places are China, India, South Africa, Russia, and even Brazil. They are part of the BRICS group. This is very important. Plus a few more deals like this one with China, this one with Russia, and the one right before it with Brazil. This doesn't even include the US, which wants to change how the Federal Reserve handles funds by using XRP to make a crypto reserve. With their help, we're giving away up to $100 worth of XRP to everyone who watches this movie. We need to tell you this, though, before we talk about the movie and all the information. Along with you, the person watching this film, this is for everyone. That's it. You only need to like the video, follow the channel, and share this video now. After that, you need to sign up for Uphold and buy something using the link I gave you in the description. Let's watch the movie now, guys. Here comes Brad Garlinghouse, who is the CEO of Ripple. He's now here. David, some people think Ripple might become the next Bitcoin. What do you think, Brad? Does it matter that Ripple could become the next Bitcoin? Okay. I think it means something good. It's important to know the difference between what's real and what's just talk in the crypto world if we want to solve a big problem. Here comes Brad Garlinghouse, who is the CEO of Ripple. He's now here. Also, David, fine. The price of XRP has been changed by the SEC. A lot of people seem to forget that before the SEC got involved in the crypto markets, XRP was the second most valuable digital currency after ETH. The SEC then spoke up and said, hey, we think ETH is probably fine. ETH went up too. They then sued Ripple, which made XRP fall. This is not how our government should work. It should be fair for everyone to play and everyone should have the same chances. In this case, the government shouldn't decide who wins and who loses. We think we'll win in the end and that everything will work out. However, the community, or as you put it, the XRP family, is having a bad time right now. Oh, today is Bitcoin. Since we are ready. Some things about Bitcoin have been fun to try, but not when it comes to spending. How fast does Bitcoin work? It can take up to an hour to confirm a deal. Yes, Taft was right. If you don't want to wait an hour for the transaction to be confirmed, you shouldn't use Bitcoin to buy coffee. It would be very expensive to do business after that. The Bitcoin you sent about crypto taking the place of SWIFT. Early on, we saw that you said it might not be about getting rid of SWIFT, but about praising it. Let's learn more. Think about this. Okay. I used to work for SWIFT. 20 years, I worked for them. I feel SWIFT all over my body. In the business world, SWIFT is the most popular way to send messages. A trade, a payment, or an impact like a reconciliation can all be done with it. But not to those kinds of things. But SWIFT would use a store and forward method for most of its crypto payments because you need service level. Deals that say, I'll do something at a certain time, but payment will arrive at a certain time that day. We are going to talk about the new network styles today that let you move money right away and see what that money is doing. This way, banks wouldn't have to ask, have my funds arrived? 3 days have passed. I need to find out. Or for people on the network to send and receive question messages. It's not like that. I don't believe Ripple will replace Quick. One of the free networks is Ripple, which will be used by organizations that need data in real time. We can also see that SWIFT is changing how their network works. You will be able to use real time too. We could also see Ripple XRP used as money on the SWIFT network if we use something like FX. Okay, let's move on for a moment. What's being said here is very important, but we need to understand it. The amount of money in businesses that will handle the XRP ledger is $650 trillion. Make use of it. This number, which is about $654 trillion, shows how much the whole real estate market is worth. Since a company called RealFi joined the XRP ledger, this number has become one of the most important ones. This made a lot of money possible, or at least made it possible to join trillions of dollars. I mean, the RealFi company just opened up the business XRP Ledger Asset Program on August 22nd, a few days ago. This allowed a huge $220 trillion to be added to the XRP record, and they just made a big announcement not long ago. In the past few days, RealFi has grown incredibly quickly, getting over 3,000 new users and reaching a market value of $29.1 million in their XRP-based business. They also said that their team would talk to the best institutions in the world to find out how the UOFI award system built on the XRP ledger could be used in real estate around the world. So a $100 million institution is talking to a $10 trillion institution, and it's all going to happen on the XRP system. To answer your question, RealFi is use their own token, the real token, to build on top of the XRP system. These are the ways they handle awards and payments and different amounts of money between properties. This is spreading to different places. It's now huge in every way. Real Token has come a long way since its early days when it was worth less than a penny. That's why we talked about it. It looked like a tenth of a penny. It's now more than 3 cents, almost 4 cents. It was almost 5 cents at its peak, and now it's getting lower. Turn it around, it's getting stronger, and a big breakout seems likely soon. Yes, this is very important. Huge amounts of money will move into the XRP record as a real token and then into the XRPPL from that token. Not much seems to be in the way, and there is a lot of strong support. Guys, this is how you want our water project to look, like the real thing. You now know what the real coin and the real fi are not. What is? What is being used as a real token, and the group is a real fi. This is also very important. For instance, let's say that two $10,000 bills could be changed into a lot of money. That's not true. Let's look at some powerful people instead. It's crazy how much a real coin costs and how many of them there are. It's really crazy. I'll also tell you that it's pretty simple. It amazes me. I've seen very smart people, powerful people, and people who work in this business. In the next 2 weeks to a month, real change could go from worth 3 cents to more than $950. Some people even said $60,000 because there are so few real tokens out there, according to these forecasts. 50 million just for the first part. Guys, take a look at this. This is strong. It's clear that it's down 10%. That's 100%. If it got a 10 out of 10. Score of 100% for KYC. Score from the bank. The 3 most popular people are low risk, and the 3 most popular wallets have more than 3,000 money bags. In other words, this thing is getting bigger. The last time we talked about it, they were worth about $20,800. They've paid almost $200 already. This is what makes me feel good about XRP. This is the reason I believe XRP will rise. I also got a nice juicy bank. It's also important for me to make it clear that I'm not switching financial help and study providers. But we're going to talk about Realfi here because they're a big business. PAYORFI.com is where you can learn more about this big business. The real symbol is how they pay for real estate. On the Accept Your Record, real tokens are made. It's clear that they use both real coin and XRP. You can buy real tokens directly from these platforms that list them, or from the realchain.com widget that you can find on RealFire. This is PAYORIFI.com. These 2 places will both